Okay, Assalamualaikum to Miss Kamruzita. Okay, today we want to present about site selection. Okay, our company name is FAAS Sendirian Berhad. Okay, we consist of 4 members, which is first Nur Ashikin binti Yusuf, second Siti Nur Hidayah binti Mak Zain, third which is me Anisha Hirah binti Ahmad Nizam, and last but not least Muhammad Furqan bin Muhammad Nazari. Okay. In this project to produce of propylene, okay, we consist of 4 contents, which is first, where will the project or plan be built? Second, how much land and how many building will be needed? Third, how will the process equipment be laid out? And last but not least, how will the plant be connected to off-site areas? Okay. Okay. To produce propylene, our location we choose is Gebeng, Pahang. Okay. Next, for the site selection factor, we has 4 factor, which is first raw material, second market availability, third transportation, and 4 labor supply. Okay. First, which is raw material. Okay, in raw material, what the important thing is first the source of the raw material, second the location near the raw material source, third reduction in transportation and storage charge, and we need to take attention to this thing, which is first purchase price of raw material, second distance from source supply, third freight or transportation expenses, fourth availability and reliability of supply, 5 purity of the raw material, and last but not least storage requirement. Okay, the raw material availability. Okay, the raw material that we choose is available in Malaysia. Okay, the raw material that we can buy in the company, which is the raw material that we use to produce propylene, has 2 type, which is first naphthalene. Okay, second is propane ethane. At naphthalene we can buy at Petronas Penepisan Terengganu Sendirian Berhad, and then at Petronas Penepisan Melaka Sendirian Berhad, to Malaysian Refinery Company Sendirian Berhad, Shell Refinery Company, and last Esso Malaysia. Okay, for propane ethane we can buy at Petronas Gas and Malaysia LNG 3 Sendirian Berhad. Okay.
The next site selection factor is market availability. So market availabilities that we need the location of market or intermediate distribution center affect the cost of product distribution and the time required for shipping. Next, important consideration in the selection of a plant site because the buyer usually find it advantageous to purchase from nearby source. Next, market are needed for byproduct as well as for major final product. So, as we can see here, this is a table for market availability. So, for petrochemical zone, we look at Gebeng Pahang. Facilities and infrastructure, we have Peninsula Gas Utilization Project, centralized utility facilities, Kuantan Port, Environmental Energy Park, East Coast Highway. So the product that we can get from the propylene is alkylic acid and ester, syngas, butyl acrylate, azo alcohol, phthalate anhydride, and plasticizers, and many more.
Next site selection factor that we have chosen is transportation facilities. In transportation facilities, water, railways and roadways are the normal methods for transportation utilized by major modern concern. The kind and amount of product and raw material determine the most suitable type of transportation facilities, and in any case, careful attention should be given to local freight rates and existing railroad lines. So the proximity to railroad centers and the possibility of canal, river, lake or ocean transport must be considered, as motor trucking facilities are widely used and can serve as a useful supplement to rail and water facilities. And then if possible, the plant site should have access to all three types of transportation, and certainly at least two types should be available. So we have chosen a plant location at Gebeng, Pahang. The area at Gebeng Pahang is advantageous and effective on the grounds that simple access because of it is closer to the global port, which is Kuantan Port, and by that our item can be traded effectively to the worldwide market on the grounds, and that the office at Kuantan Port is excellent. So we have chosen a location plan which is only 5 kilometers away from Kuantan Port. So next, we also have a Plus Highway nearby. And other than that, our item can be selling in nearby market, which effectively in light of the fact that there are roadways which associated with East Landmass Malaysia to West Promontory Malaysia. Okay, for instance, Jalan Pintasan Kuantan, Parkway and Plus Interstate are the models for street transportation.
Okay, now for the fourth factor for the site selection, which is labor supply. For now, labor is needed for the construction of the plant and its operation, and adequate pools of skills and unskilled labor locally are seen to be increased in the country. So with that, the labor is suitable to be trained for enhancement of their skills in handling their work. The restriction on number of hours worked per week should also be considered to avoid dissatisfaction or high turnover rate among the workers. For this plant, we need a skilled labor, as our plant is located at Gebeng, Pahang, so we can easily find the labor at Gebeng Industrial Estate. Our plant also is the place that people can find job, as people need job to survive nowadays. The location of our plant is near to the community and it have many factories there. So it gives us advantages because we can be close to the community and the factories. For the intern and the workers, we can get from local university or UiTM Jengke, Pahang, as our plant is located at Pahang, so we can have an open interview with the student at UiTM Jengke. As the conclusion for our site selection factor, we have raw material, market availability, transportation and labor supply. That's all from us. Thank you.